you have 3-4 hotel schools that are always mentioned in the magazines, and we're lucky that we're one of them.
Welcome to Hotelschool Hague, one of the leading hotel schools of the world. Let us show you around.
Over 65 nationalities in school. You get in touch with so many different people.
I like the study atmosphere. The young people here are very nice.
Different people from different nations have different attitudes.
So I mean, can't get much more international than The Hague.
According to statistics, we do have quite good management positions when we finish here.
They call it entrepreneurial learning.
The teachers, I would not even call them really teachers, I would even call them coaches.
Group and team participations and think on your own.
That's one of the most interesting experiences one can have here in Holland.
School is dynamic, young, innovative. We always look at implementing the latest ideas that come from the industry into our studies. And I think also the hospitality that we study later on, the industry that we hope to go into, is also very dynamic.
Especially I think for the hospitality industry where everything is on the go and everything depends on a day-to-day basis. So you really need to be able to evolve.
And then you have to create a business plan for that, how you would like to set that up and what costs are involved, what marketing is involved, what human resources are involved.
It's about the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones are coming to Holland, especially for us. They're going to give a concert, they're going to do that free. And the idea is that we're going to organize a fundraiser. What does it mean, 500,000 people?
It's not at all a monologue. The character of lectures is built on communication between both students and lecturers, which means you have interaction between.
Yeah, the school really tries to follow this concept called entrepreneurial learning, where the lecturers are more like a coach and where they will show you the basics, but then what they do mostly is just guide you the way to that you perfect it yourself.
And you have to come to the answers yourself. You have to just do your own research, and they're here to guide you, but they're not going to give you the answer. So you have to really know how to do your research correctly.
So the Crown Plaza to kind of converge in the market of Amsterdam.
Yeah, usually you have a big assignment that takes about 2 months where you work on, and every week you get a new part of theory that you have to apply on your assignment. For example, when I did it, I had a casino that really existed and we had to make a marketing plan. We had to see how that marketing worked over there. So we had to make a very big project and we had to finish it in 2 months.
At the end of each block you have to hand in a report and you actually have to defend the report. And what I also really like is not in the defend that you have the teachers on one side and the students on the others, and the teachers decide if you fail or pass, but you defend your project and they kind of pretend to be consultants or investors, the bank, like in the real world.
It's different than anything I've ever had to do, because you really learn, as you should in a business setting, you learn to work as a team, and that's how they structure the assignments. Well, unfortunately, we're becoming a technologically adept society, so I actually gather more of my information from the internet.
At Hotelschool we have a very extensive library, which we call it's a mediatheek, where you have a lot of computers, you have a lot of magazines, you have a lot of newspapers, and also the books, and that helps you to write your assignments.
Good morning, Hotelschool Hague speaking.
Practical skills that you develop here, they widen your knowledge, your focus, your capabilities, And to know what it takes to be a manager from the bottom until the top is one of the key qualities that you learn at the Hotelschool The Hague.
The first year, you get to work at school, front office also at our hotel, which is a school hotel, where you learn how to interact with guests. You also get to work in the kitchen and housekeeping, which is all the positions that you might come across in the hospitality industry once you're done with school.
Attention, annoncé!
You're really a working student and you get graded by students from second year who are your leaders. The second year students, they have classes about how to evaluate somebody, so you have to show them or discuss with them which points can be improved, which are the strengths, which are the weaknesses, and that's also one major advantage of this school, I think, namely learning how to evaluate people.
I think for a lot of people it's a reality check to see if this is really something you want to do.
I had my first internship already in my second year. I went to Florence in Italy.
I flew to Scotland to work in the Balmoral Hotel.
Thinking of either going to Mexico or Spain or something.
China, Asia.
I actually had the privilege of going back to the States for my internship.
America would be also an option for me, and of course Dubai.
When would you ever get the chance to live in Monte Carlo for half a year?
It really is helpful in the way that it really gives you a taste of what it's really all about. You really get an insight to see how hotels really function, what's expected of you, what you can expect from hotels in the future as well.
You can choose when you apply to the Hotelschool The Hague if you want to be in Amsterdam or The Hague. Amsterdam from school is the same school, it's just a different location, I would say. Amsterdam, of course, is I think a more widely known, famous city that has its attractions as The Hague does its own. It's different, and I think you can choose which city best suits your character.
I was very impressed with The Hague. I think it's a very nice city. It's very friendly. Everybody speaks English.
The Hague itself is very international, with the embassies, of course, and with also other companies, having also a lot of international business guests here.
In the first year you live on campus here, so they really learn to, live together and have fun together.
I come from far, coming from Dubai and Saudi Arabia. Just coming here and see welcoming people really does help the adaptation phase of any student, because it is very cozy. I think the word is it's gezellig, meaning it's very comfortable.
We became like a family. We cook together, we go out together, which is really a lot of fun. There are some good clubs like the Aster, which is great fun. There's also the Hague Hotelschool. There are more young people studying together. We have a good community. It's close by the sea. It's very nice. The beach is perfect.
You see the summer period when a lot of guests come and visit. You see the dynamic life that you experience in a hotel as well, right where you study.
The school in the hospitality industry is more than well known, and I think it will open a lot of doors when you mention that name.
Especially on international level, because right now you're familiar with working with international students, international people. You went abroad, so...
Definitely pays off. It has for me.